Look, this video is not going to be about any NA10 workflows, any Cloud Code tutorial, or anything else technically related, but if you want to scale your own AI agency, it's going to be very helpful what I'm going to share with you in this video, because my name is Jan. I'm scaling right now my own AI agency. I'm not pretending to be a guru. I'm just a couple steps ahead, and I'm just sharing everything I'm doing in my AI agency. And this video is going to be crucial because we need to understand, and I think you know it, that just because we sell new tech and we sell AI does not make us any different than other, like, than the fact that we are still running a business. And if we are running a business, then it is quite reasonable to get some sort of advice from other business owners, because we are still in business, right? And I had an opportunity recently, and this is why I'm creating the video. I had an opportunity recently to speak with somebody and get a bit closer to somebody who's business-wise fucking ridiculously successful. Like, I'm not talking about your typical 10K a month online Dubai Lambo guru. I'm talking about somebody who's fucking, I don't know, printing 10K in an hour or even more. And I had an opportunity to get slightly closer and spend some time. And I got this idea from him, and I'm gonna share with you. And it's like, after it clicks, it's like becoming way much easier to just get like what we were doing here. So I had an analogy that I pretty much got the idea from it after speaking to that guy, and I'm just trying to map out the conversation right now. But essentially, it was something like this. I heard, listen, young man, if you want to fucking get into your goal of whatever the type of money is, because like obviously you want, I don't know, XK per month, right? So if you're XK per month, probably with your AI agency, I mean, other than you, maybe if you're building some SaaS, then fine, you're just here to make the mission. But if you are not, anything like me, an empty business owner who's just here for the money, then of course I'm joking. I love my clients, so I actually do like what I do. But still, most of the people are here for the money. He said, like, look, imagine between where you are right now and where you want to be, there is a lot of time, because obviously it's not going to happen overnight. Imagine there is a lot of time, and imagine there are a couple of doors, and they are locked. And he said to me, like, imagine there are walls, and between those walls there are doors, and the only way to get to your goal is to unlock every single door. And right now, imagine that you don't have the keys, or you don't see the door even, to get where you want to get, because if you did have the door, the key to the door, or you knew where to go, and you would see the door, you would just literally just walk through it and get to the goal. And he said this is why all the billionaires are saying, like, I will make it back in half a year, because I know where to go, where is the door, how to open it, and I have all the keys. Which is, right now, the key essentially is, so I'm gonna right now draw a beautiful key. He said the key is just info plus application. He said, if you, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna literally type it because I'm fucking horrible at writing with this pen. Info plus application. Oh, spelling mistake as usually. Look, so he said the key is just info and application. So he said, if you have the right information, so if you know what to do and how to do it, and if you actually do it, and you spend some time and you go through each door after door after door after door after door, you will simply get to the goal. And he said the problem is people are trying. So he gave a great, beautiful mental model. He said, imagine you have like a big box, and I'm gonna draw just dots because I don't have enough patience to draw those many keys. But he said, imagine like there is a big box with a lot of keys, right? And imagine that those like pretty much circles are representing keys. He said, in this box, there are usually like, because you only have to go for like 3 or 4 doors to get to your goal very often. He was explaining that to me on his example, and his door is nothing close to what we guys are doing. He's like, he has to build like a complex structure to build a recruitment environment to recruit one of only couple of people in the world that can do what he needs to get done in his company, and like very high level shit. I don't think I will even get there. So honestly, and he said, imagine like there is this big box with all the keys, like you get a those like little dots that represent keys. Imagine there is this big box with a bunch of keys, and he said the mistake people make is they just fucking sit next to that box and they like just go for all the keys. They don't even hold onto a key. They're just searching for all the keys, and they are picking different keys, and they're trying to unlock the door. They are just blindly doing stuff. And he said, all you really have to do is pay attention to what are the doors, like what doors are in front of me. Look very specifically at the lock on those doors, and then very with high intention, open that box with all the keys and pick the keys that are actually only for those doors, and put all the energy and time to figuring out what are what are the locks, where do we find the keys in this big chaos of a lot of this box with so many keys, and how do we properly go unlock the first door, second door, third and fifth door, and how many else doors there are, and we just go and get to the goal. And he said, this is an analogy and probably most of you get it, but he said this is pretty much what people get wrong. They just don't look at where they want to go, what is preventing them, and how they can solve that thing that is preventing them. And he said this is the analogy with the doors and keys is pretty much like he said that's literally the first principle of fucking becoming successful in business. And he literally said, name the doors, like literally look at the doors and literally mark, like put a number in them. And let's say in your AI agency, the first step will be to like figure out a product market fit, build some sort of marketing funnel, build some sort of a sales funnel so people actually convert and then actually deliver on those AI automations. And then you'll probably get to like, I don't know, 10, 20K a month if you have enough retention with clients. So this is an example of an AI agency. Like we have each individual steps. And then he said, this box, right? I don't know why I'm using mouse to do that. He said this box is pretty much your time and all this web of information. Here you have the internet, you all have all the books, you have what you're doing. So this box of all the keys is every single resource you have available. He said you need to very strategically look at the doors, pick the keys that are only relevant. So if you, let's say, if your problem is sales and you don't sell, then why the fuck are you reading some book of like 5 habits of highly effective people? Like, how is that opening the door? Keep this phrase in your mind. How is that opening the door? If you don't know what door to the door to open, your door to open is to find out which door do you have to open, and then literally just pick up the keys. So look at the doors, pick up the keys that are only needed from this big box of like internet and everything, and just focus on opening a door by door by door by door. And it was a beautiful analogy I've heard. You have a bunch of doors and you have a big box of keys, and you need to figure out which doors are in front of you. Look into the box and only pick up the keys that are needed for those doors, and grab them and go and open the door. So if your first bottleneck is, like, say, you don't have a product market fit, then don't read a book on mindset if that's not your issue. Read about product market fit, read about building products, read about client satisfaction, find out how to, or like do web research, whatever you do, just focus on what is in front of you and what matters, okay? And yeah, that's the point of this video. Like, it's beautiful. Like literally just see where your goal is, what is preventing you, name those things, and then go to this big box of keys, which is just internet and your time and all the resources, and put your time and energy into finding out information that will help you open the door, which is the current problem preventing you from the goal, and then just go and solve it. So literally map out, if you, let's say you need the product, then you need some sort of marketing, then sales, and then fulfillment and retention. If those are only a couple of things, literally just list them one by one by one by one, and literally go into the internet, books, courses, and allocate your time where it's needed, and then actually go and do it. And he said literally, Jan, you just apply 2, 3, 4, 5 decades into that and you're a fucking billionaire. He literally said that to me. Like, all you really do is just figure out what is preventing you from getting to the goal, and you put all the attention on solving that thing and moving to the next one. And he did door after door after door after door after door, and suddenly you find yourself in billionaire, pretty much list. That's at least what he said. I don't know. I don't fucking plan on becoming a billionaire, because it's, you gotta be a psycho to go there. You have to be fair. You have to be slightly different to get into that level, after what I have heard from him and other people who are closer to that level than I am. So yeah, hopefully that's gonna help you, this message. Big smiley face. Take care, guys.